Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome to Russ Can't Fly. I'm ready to get out of here so I can fly, baby! Okay, so before I head on over to the airport, you know the drill. Got to give my subscriber shout out. So I want to send a subscriber shout out to my newest subscriber, Mr. James Bailey. Brother Bailey, thank you so much, sir, for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate the support. And Mr. Bailey, if you're a pilot, I hope one day to meet you. I think you are, but I'm not exactly sure. But at any rate, regardless of the situation, thank you so much for supporting me and subscribing to the channel. All right. I gotta get out of here because I'm ready to fly. Gotta fly the pattern, gotta get this landing, gotta, what is it, rotate and come down and land and flare and whatever. Let's go fly. Sweating, getting the workout before I even go.
Wingfield, Cessna 717 Golf, taxiing from the upper ramp for runway 24, wings.
So this flight is gonna be interesting because normally my lessons are around Wingsfield, and I do all of my practice in the pattern there for my landings and stuff. But as we were doing my lesson, there was a bunch of clouds that came out of nowhere. And so since we were already in the air, my CFI basically said, hey, let's fly to Heritage Field. So it's KPTW. It used to be Pottstown Airfield, but it's now Heritage. So this is where I'm doing my lesson, so it's pretty cool.
Wings traffic, Skyhawk, departing the pattern to the northeast.
Alright. Balls opposite. Compass and heading in a corner, turning free and correct. Vertical speed 0. Good operation.
So the thing I was very excited about is I get to fly to another airport and work in the pattern. And what you're going to see in this flight is normally when I do landings, it's all left turns and left traffic, especially at Wingsfield. And the two times that I've been at Philadelphia Northeast Airport, it's been left traffic as well. But at Heritage, it's right traffic. And so this really helped me not only figure out how to land at a different airport, but to fly a different traffic pattern. So I was actually pretty happy about this. And so since, I have the audio and that seemed to be working, I'm gonna just let this lesson play out. And you'll see that getting a little bit better at the landings, and after this lesson I was definitely feeling a lot better. Yeah.
And I take it if you're at the beginning of a runway, it's gonna be Alpha?
Yeah, so it's just Alpha continuing all the way down.
Gotcha.
But sometimes it changes.
Okay, I don't see anybody coming on base or final. No one's on the field. Wings traffic, Cessna 717 Golf, departing on runway 24, staying in the pattern. Wings. Alright.
Yeah, at least I thought that was going to happen, but things got interesting.
Oh. Alright, get center line. Straighten out the wheel. Full power, heels to the floor. Instruments in the green. Airspeed alive. And rotate. Put that nose on the horizon.
roadsway.
Yeah, see him.
Nope. Skyline 70 Papa is downwind.
Now, see that cloud right there, that small one? Well, there's, along with that small one and that collection of ones to the left there, that's a problem. Because as a VFR pilot, I cannot fly through clouds. And being in, a VFR situation, I had to be 500 feet underneath them, and I'm not.
You wanna take
That's what we're looking at.
We'll go out to the north real quick.
Okay.
Keep climbing up to 1,000, then we'll go out to the north. We'll go to another airport.
Okay.
Traffic Sierra 914 Tango Delta, taking off runway 24, departing to the north wings.
Yeah. Alright. Wing traffic, Cessna 77 Golf, making our right turn out to the north wing.
Yeah, they snuck up on us.
Really hope we don't get stranded out here now. Alright, what airport can we go to?
Okay, so once we took off, my CFI and I both noticed that we weren't going to be able to turn left in order to stay in the pattern at Wings Field. If we would have done so, we would have been into the clouds, which is a no-no. As a VFR pilot, I have to stay 500 feet below clouds, and I think it's like 2,000 feet above. I can't remember exactly, and I actually have to get back to that. But bottom line is I can't go into clouds. And so what you see my CFI doing at this point is, so that we don't have to scrap the flight, he started looking for another airport for us to land at, or, do some pattern work. And that's why we're headed to Heritage Field. Heritage Field, here we come.
They're right at like 1,500.
Oh, stay at 1,500?
Noble traffic.
No, look, the clouds are.
Oh, yeah,
Final runway 28, Noble traffic.
Where can we go to? Pottstown to Heritage? Big Heritage. Actually, send down to 1,500.
Okay.
We'll go there.
Crosswind for
We'll go there.
30 Somerset.
And reach.
Tropical traffic, late Archer is right crosswind, runway 29, right.
Looking at all those clouds. No bueno.
Mr. Traffic Cherokee 578, overhead the field slightly to the west, descending at 3,000 feet, spiral central.
What's our heading?
Let's go to the north.
Okay. And that's my line there.
Yeah, so once that thing comes to the middle, you can turn to the left. You see the airport? Like, 10 o'clock.
Yes, I see it.
And 1,300.
Cape May traffic, Roman Tiger, over line this hold north to south, then enter left downwind runway 28. Cape May.
One of the things that's a trip is when you're trying to see things when you're in the air. I mean, having air eyesight is so different than when you're on the ground, let me tell you.
We'll do full stops and stuff like that.
Okay.
So starting to line that up. And I'll tell you when you can start configuring.
Okay.
We'll get up a little bit more.
As we get closer to Heritage Field, you're going to see these two big cooling towers and steam coming out of them. That's why the traffic pattern is to the right.
Right.
Queen City 106 to X-ray base, runway 25, Queen City.
This is really cool.
Alright, you can configure.
Okay.
Carb heat.
Let's see, carb heat. Power to 1,500. Looking for my first notch of flaps. And we're in the right arc, so first notch of flaps.
I'll tell you when to do second notch. When this is 2, do it 3 miles for the first notch, 2 miles for the second notch, 1 mile for the third.
Okay.
Heritage traffic system is a 3 mile final for T-Way Heritage. Careful not to get slow, right? You still want to be about 75 out here.
Okay.
2106, X-ray final left.
Enter left downwind for 28, Cape May.
Okay, so if you see that steam coming out, and right to the right of the steam, those cooling towers, that is the runway. So I'm shooting for that right now.
Alright, I'm 2. Get second notch of flaps.
Okay, so see the steam coming out of the 2 cooling towers up there? And if you look straight ahead, that little white strip, that's the runway. And so that's what I'm shooting for right now to land. And so the thing that's cool is like this sight picture is just so different, but I just did this straight in landing and it was definitely a lot of fun.
Heritage traffic, Cessna short final, 28 Heritage.
Ocean County traffic, Robin departing area, city.
30 degrees of flaps.
30 degrees. Watch the float.
Good. And you're aiming at the numbers. The numbers are much harder to see on this runway.
Yeah, but I see them. A little fast.
Right, pitch for airspeed. Right.
Yep.
Dropping a bit, maybe add a little bit of power.
Twin City 106, X-ray crossing runway 2.
Idle. Start to level the wings a bit.
Oh.
Oh. Flare, flare. Oh.
Not quite.
For that one, we just hit the nose wheel on the ground first.
Yeah.
We'll go to the end. So you just a little too jerky there.
Yeah,
That's it, you know? I had a little extra airspeed too. That's why we floated so far. This plane will float a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Quebec's air sinks a little bit more than this one does.
Yeah. I think maybe we should power ride a little earlier.
Okay.
On that last one.
Yeah, because I had definitely carried some speed in there. I think I was still at 70 when I came across.
Yep, so it's right pattern, so at 800 feet you'll make a right crosswind turn.
Gotcha.
Right,
and then just do the same.
The same patterns, right? Just right turns.
Gotcha.
And TPA is 1300.
Okay.
Alright, and it's heritage traffic, so you could just, the same calls, you know, just not wings field, just heritage traffic.
Gotcha. Heritage traffic. Cessna 717 Golf, taking runway 28, staying in the pattern. Heritage. Alright, nobody coming on final. No one on the field. Let's get this. Alright. Straighten the wheel, got center line. Full power. Engine instruments in the green. Airspeed's alive.
Chester County traffic, go to 2242 flat.
And rotate.
45, be in touch and go runway 29, Chester County.
Queen City 106, we passed Queen City.
It was 800?
800.
Queen City traffic, Cessna 47105 miles to the west inbound of UR Bravo, approach Queen City.
So if you didn't notice, I really bounced that landing, and a lot of it had to do with the fact that I had way too much speed coming in, and that's the cool thing about being able to fly a different pattern at a different airport, because you get to have a sense of really just controlling everything and flying a good pattern no matter where you go. And so That's why I love flying this pattern and being at this particular field, so I could just practice my pattern flying.
All right, 800. Turn to my right crosswind. What's TPA here again?
1,300.
1,300.
Queen City traffic, dominate 44 Tango Whiskey, left crosswind, runway 25, departing the pattern to the west, Queen City.
Sorry,
Oh, got it.
You're climbing, right?
Yeah. Heritage traffic, Cessna 717 Golf, turning right downwind for runway 28, Heritage.
Queen City traffic, Cessna 471 08, 3 miles west, inbound view on Bravo approaching, circle land 25, Queen City.
So right now you see me looking to the right. I'm trying to make sure I'm flying parallel to the runway because this is just such a different sight picture.
Heritage traffic, Cessna 717 Golf, turning final for runway 28, Heritage. A little slow.
Yep.
Chester County traffic, Dakota 22425, by runway 29 will remain in path.
Take that power out.
Little low.
Power idle.
Power idle.
Dakota 22425, left down.
Level the extra airspeed, right? So level the wings here. Let it come down. Now round out. Start flaring a bit. Flare, 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 flare. LCI.
Wow, she was floating like hell.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we came like over the numbers like 68 to 69.
Okay.
And like even at 65, this plane will float like crazy.
Yeah. Heritage traffic, Cessna 717 Golf, clear of runway 28, Heritage. Yeah, that was.
So it's just the energy management. That's really it.
Yeah.
Right now. See what wings is Oh wait, I'll get that on the downwind. No wings is weather.
Yeah.
Because there's a little bit of a crosswind here.
Yeah, I can feel it. But I will say I did go eyes down earlier.
Yeah.
So
we like started the round out really good, but that means the extra energy we kept flaring, and we just like a foot or two up, and then
yeah.
Energy management is just so crucial when you're trying to get your round out and your flare. You have too much speed, you level the wings, that airplane is just gonna float down the runway and it's just never gonna settle down.
Just imagine I gotta manage that speed.
Yeah.
And see, the thing is, I tried to correct for being low, being the approach.
Yep. So this is a normal pattern, right? We're not like 1,200 feet, this is 1,000 feet.
Right.
So you don't need to necessarily have like an initial descent that's too crazy.
Right.
Keep it like 500 feet the whole way. 500 feet per minute like the whole way down.
Yeah. Alright. No one coming on final. Heritage traffic, Cessna 717 Golf, taking runway 24, staying in the pattern, Heritage.
Okay, so we did a few more takeoffs and landings at Heritage Field, and I'm gonna edit that out for time, and take us back to Wings so you can see that final landing there back at Wings, because the weather finally cleared and we could go back home. But I just wanted to show you there, the one thing that I was struggling with there was energy management. Why it was so important is because here at Heritage Field, for whatever reason, the plane really wanted to float down the runway, and it had a lot to do with the amount of wind that was coming right down the runway. We had a serious headwind, and so had to be more conscious about how fast I was coming over the threshold of the runway when I went to round out and flare. So that's why, I mean, I love this lesson. I struggled mightily just because the pattern was different. It was right as opposed to left, and the sight picture was different, but I loved having to really challenge myself about things like energy management and flying a good pattern, and not be so dependent upon what the sight picture looks like, what the winds are like at Wings Field. So this really pushed my boundaries, and I was definitely grateful for it. All right, let's go back to Wings.
Wings traffic, Cessna 717, turning base for runway 24, Wings.
Wings traffic, Cherokee is flying over the field. Left crosswind 24, wings.
Breeze flaps.
Wings traffic, Cherokee is downwind 24, number 3. Got traffic inside. Wings. Somerset traffic, right Hawks, turning final runway 30, Somerset traffic.
Yep, turn final.
Wings traffic, Cessna 717 Golf, turning final for runway 24 behind the other Cessna. Wings.
Mama traffic, helicopter 10 Richie on the right downwind to the parallel taxiway to 14, remaining clear of 14 and also 21.
Ridge traffic is a Cheyenne practicing a GPS runway 26 approach, currently 8 miles to the east.
Wings traffic is now Quebec Sierra, crossing over midfield, Cherokee traffic in sight.
And wings traffic, Sirius 516 Mike Lima, upper ramp, taxiing runway 24, wings.
Oh, please. Please get off. Please.
Wings traffic, Cherokee turn final for 24,
Please.
number 2,
Back up,
wings.
please, come on.
Are we going around?
No.
We're trying to clear for you, 717.
Thank you. Alright, power to idle.
Traffic not available.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Whew. That felt better.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was that? Tuesday when we flew?
Yeah.
That was frustrating. Like
a little bit. I'd imagine so. But that was a bit. That was a little difficult. But you know, today was a lot better. Another airport, everything.
Yeah.
I think the improvement was there. So
yeah. No, that felt much better. Much better. I finally understood how to go from a round out to a flare. Round out to a flare. You know what my problem was? I kept looking right over the cowling at the runway when I was coming in, coming in down for landing. And for some reason, I saw the ground coming up so quick. And because of that, I would, flare too quickly. Rather than going through this nice smooth process of rounding out the airplane, getting the wings level, basically just flying over the one-way, letting the plane settle, and then going into a nice smooth flare. But once I put my eyes down the runway, I finally got it. Now, here's the other thing I need to do is I gotta make sure that I stay center line. All right, so my approaches are good. I'm finally figuring out how to round out. Finally getting a good flare, but now I was landing to the right or to the left of center line. So that's rudder work, and I just need to put it all together. It's coming. I mean, I'm finally beginning to feel, the whole process coming together. So slowly but surely. So anyway, if you like this video, please hit that thumbs up icon button down there. That supports the channel. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. All right, thank you so much. Russ can fly. Russ Kid, I'm out. Brother's getting ready to land this airplane, y'all. And dare I say it, might even be coming towards a solo. Anyway, I'm out of here. Y'all be good. Peace.